explains the dewiness, but maybe I do just walk around like this all the time. And if I do, it's none of your business. So, okay, question number 1. What are your favorite books? My favorite books, my favorite book series is, I really enjoyed, the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. Anything that she wrote, I loved. I feel like it really molded me as a teenager. I really liked that. I obviously read Percy Jackson. And then I really like Leviathan, by Thomas Hobbes. And then, I've been really into the Song of Achilles. And then, Circe by, what's her name? Madeline Miller. I feel like it's such an easy name, I constantly forget it. Yeah, so I'm really into young adult fiction, or that kind of thing. I like history and stuff, but usually fiction. Next question. Who are some of your favorite ASMR artists? I really like Remy ASMR. Remy is the sweetest human being. If you don't know who she is, go check her out. Literally the coolest person I've met on the internet. I really like Remy. Maddie ASMR is my favorite. She never fails. I love Cha Cha Note ASMR. honestly, it's like things that I either want to watch. I want someone to make this. I get a lot of my stomach grumbles. Sorry. I get a lot of inspiration from other ASMR artists. Honestly, that's just kind of how it goes. You're allowed to be inspired by other people. So, yeah, just kind of like what's around me. early though. No, because yeah, okay. Next question. Do you have any phobias or deep fears? I don't think I have any phobias. I'm afraid of escalators, and I get really upset when I have to go on them. And I actually have to go on an escalator quite frequently. susceptible to it. Like, I was in the right place in my head, and he just kind of said it to me. And he said it in like different words, but basically he was saying that you aren't the person that everyone, like, you aren't the person that your mom has in her head of you. You're not the person that your dad has in the head of you. You are you. And people's preconceived ideas of you aren't you. And at the end of the day, you are you, kind of thing. He said it differently than that, but at the time, it was like, yeah, like, no one but me is me. And yeah, it was just something that I really needed at the time, because it doesn't matter what someone wants you to do or who they want you to be. It doesn't matter what they think they know about you. What they think they know about you, yeah. It doesn't really matter, because there's so many different versions of you. There's the version you show to them, the version you show to the guy down the street. So you know you, and you are the most important, like, judge of you. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. It just kind of changed, like, something in my head was like, yeah, like, I just need to be happy for me, and like, it really is all about yourself at the end of the day. It sounds really selfish, but yeah. Okay, next question. Do you have a favorite philosopher? If so, who are they, and what are some of your favorite concepts in political philosophy? My favorite thing about you guys is I make one political philosophy video, and we're just here. Y'all just remember this about me. My favorite philosopher, I mean, Socrates